For this assignment, you need plain unlined paper. Your sketchbook or just regular printer paper is fine. A way of creating a circle, so either a compass or a lid that you can trace, or a cup. A regular pencil, and your choice of colorful art material. You can hold your paper long ways or tall ways. Your circle should fit comfortably on the paper. Go ahead and trace it lightly. I'm tracing mine a little bit more dark than I usually would, so it will show up on my camera. We're creating the illusion that it's a sphere type bottle that has something inside of it, and what exactly you create inside of it is up to you, but let's create the sphere first. This is where our scene or our object or our creature is going to be contained. We're going to create the stem for our bottle. I am using a pivoting motion to create a straight-ish line. You can use a ruler or a straight edge if you have one. I'm going to create the illusion that the stem is coming off the top of the bottle. If you think about like the stereotypical magic potion bottle or mad scientist bottle, that's what we're creating. So we've got a cylinder for the stem or neck of the bottle. We're going to create a slightly wider and shorter cylinder for the rim, or where the cork's going to go. So we're just constructing this illustration out of basic shapes. I'm sketching really lightly so that I can erase my lines easily if I don't like them. Remember, I'm making my lines a little bit darker than I usually would so they will show up on the camera. I'm not pushing down hard on the paper. I'm going to clean up my lines a little bit to make the illusion more clear. Because the glass is transparent, I am going to be able to see that far edge just a little bit, but I'm going to make it more of an implied or dashed line. I can make the edge of the stem as it comes out of the bottle also an implied or dashed line. I'm going to sketch a cork coming out of this opening here. It's going to flare out just a little bit. I'm going to create another oval or ellipse shape. Remember, if this video is going too fast, you can always click on the gear to slow it down by changing the playback speed to a decimal. So I've got my lines. I'm going to erase the lines in the cork because the cork is not transparent. Okay. The lines are very sketchy right now, but I can always go back and refine them later. This is the basic container. You could always make the stem shorter or longer. You can have multiple stems if you want to. The creative part of this assignment is what goes inside of your container. So you can create a scene. You can have the container holding some kind of animal or creature. Or you can have the appearance of a combination of the two. So it could be a scene and a creature. For example, if I wanted to make it look like this container had some kind of liquid in it, I'm going to sketch lightly an ellipse shape for the surface of my liquid that's in the bottle. It has a spherical container, remember? We're creating the illusion that it has volume, even though it doesn't. Now maybe I want to create a fish or some kind of aquatic creature in here. I can go ahead and start to sketch out what exactly that looks like. It can be based off of a real animal. You can work from imagination. You can do a combination of both. You could create an entire aquarium in here if you wanted to. And elongate the snout just a little bit. I'm not expecting you to copy exactly what I'm doing for what's inside of my receptacle or bottle. If you want to, you can copy it, but put your own twist on it. But certainly branch out and be creative with what you're doing. So you're learning how to create the illusion of a three-dimensional volume or form, even though you're drawing on two-dimensional paper. and you're flexing those creative muscles to decide what goes inside of the bottle. Okay, so I've got my little unicorn fish creature here. Maybe I want to make it look like the liquid is bubbling in here or sloshing around like a lava lamp maybe. So I'm going to break that surface tension on the edges and in the center. You don't have to make yours look like a lava lamp. I do think it's just a fun kind of thing to do. If you're making a container to hold a unicorn fish, why not? Again, I'm going to make that dashed edge more implied than a final line. I'm going to clean up my lines a little bit here as I'm working to make it more clear what I'm doing. It's always a good idea to keep your lines nice and light and sketchy while you're working, so it's easier to change your mind. Maybe I want to put other little fish silhouettes in here. Just like the shadow without the detail, so the attention's on this fish. You don't have to draw fish if you wanted to create a yeti or a panda inside of your bottle, that's fine. If you want to create more of a landscape scene, like we did with our circle landscapes, you can do that as well. It's really open-ended in terms of what you put inside of your bottle. That's why I use my space a little bit better here. Look a little bit dead, a little empty space. That looks better. I could also put bubbles rising up to the surface here. With a little bubble shine. Okay. So once I have that done, I'm going to outline my drawing with some kind of material to make it pop. So if you have markers at home, use markers. If you don't have markers at home, use a black colored pencil or a black crayon. I'm going to time lapse this next part.